A moment of relief for these Afghans, safe in Germany at last, and now with their minds on the long term. Until recently, German government policy would have seen most of these people sent back to Afghanistan, but with the Taliban in charge in Kabul, that has changed. And to some on the far right of politics here, that change is a step too far.
Während andere Staaten sich auf die Sicherheit.
While other states focus on security and raw materials in the region, German politicians are primarily interested in the evacuation of Afghans who want to leave the country. The failure of the asylum and migration policy will go down in the history books as the greatest failure of Chancellor Angela Merkel's term.
Among the mainstream parties, the view is different. Annika Klose is standing for the Social Democrats in central Berlin. She says Germany should be looking to allow skilled refugees to work as soon as possible.
I think what is really important is that we drop all the rules that say right now that people cannot work from day one, because that is very important to us, that people should be able to work from day one when they come here, no matter which is their title at that moment. But of course it should be regulated.
What almost all political parties agree on is that Germany faces a growing shortage of workers caused by an ever-aging population. Many economists believe that as many as 400,000 new migrants every year are needed to fill the gap.
But if not, then we have a tremendous problem with all our social security systems. First and foremost, the pension system. Then we face a tremendous issue: how many people pay into the relationship of how many people have entered the pension age. And that means if this problem is not solved via migration, people will have to work longer, or the pension has to be reduced even further.
In 2015, Angela Merkel opened the borders to Syrian refugees in a humanitarian gesture, saying Germany could do it. She even posed for selfies at the time with Syrian citizens like Anas Modamani. Now, 6 years on, he lives in Berlin and is hoping one day to become a German citizen. He says he will miss Merkel in office.
I am very sad and am worried about the future. She is going now and won't be around anymore. But she has her private life, and I'm worried now about the refugee policies and many other topics, to see what will now change and whether things get better or worse.
If the current opinion polls are accurate, then a left-leaning government is the most likely result of this election. But with polling day drawing nearer, there are few certainties. Dominic Kane, Al Jazeera, Berlin.